Hello, my gorgeous Scorpio. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium. And this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading. And it's for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni. And it's in between 19th and the 25th of September 2022. Ooh la la, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Someone is about to inspire you so much. In fact, you are going to be inspired at the beginning of the week like never before. And the reason why I get so excited, especially because you're going to feel so inspired, is because this in itself is going to be something really powerful. Not only that this is going to come from some kind of person who is completely powerful, in particular when it comes to like their own spirituality and the amount of things that are able to understand. And sometimes this particular person cannot even explain, you know, where all these things to this person are actually coming from. But we are talking about someone very special, very quirky, very different, and someone who is quite powerful, not only when it comes to their spirituality, but also when it comes to like every single thing that they kind of put their mind towards, you know. So we are talking about someone who is rather powerful in a spiritual way, but also powerful when it comes to like their finances, business, and things like that. Successful in so many different ways, you know, when it comes to so many different levels of their lives. So that particular person is going to play such a huge role in your life, because the reason why this is going to be so powerful is because through that person you're going to feel something so strong and so passionate and so different within. This in itself is going to, you know, like, oh my god, it's going to start its own progress within you, like on its own, let alone the fact that I am talking about your spiritual purpose, your soul purpose. So that person is going to inspire you so much, purely because this is to do with your soul purpose. You see, while you're on this earth, it's to do with the clarity that you're going to have, you know, on your life purpose. And at the same time, after that moment in time, it's not only about a passion, it's not only how excited you're going to feel. You're not even going to be able to explain this, you know, you're not going to even be able to explain how you actually feel. And this in itself, it's a very good sign indeed, because, you know, it's all gonna lead not only towards you like feeling so inspired about your own life purpose. I mean, come on, you feel this on such an elevated level, but at the same time you're also going to have a very kind of unusual sign. You know, at around a similar time, you're also going to have a really unusual sign. And that unusual sign, it's also like kind of going to bring the actual confirmation in itself. The sign is going to be very bizarre, very strange, and rather unusual. But you will know, because it's going to happen in such a way where, you know, it's going to happen at around the time when you're going to realize that that particular thing, it's not happening that often along those particular lines. And then you're going to realize, oh, there is something unusual here. There is something like, you know, from a completely different dimension, and this is indeed true. So at the same time, you're also going to have a really powerful sign, my gorgeous Scorpioni, that you are doing the right thing, but also really powerful sign how much this is going to make you feel happy, you know, how much your life is actually going to change through your own happiness, and all those things that have been holding you down, all those things that are not so important in life, but they do normally kind of drain our energy until we realize this within ourselves. You know, it's all going to start kind of falling off, the things that you haven't picked up on karmically. So you are going to be able to see much better, you're going to be able to see much further, and that in itself, it's really going to bring you, oops, look at this, it's going to bring the strength into your life, into deal, you know, in order to deal what is about to come. And again, happiness is coming in. I mean, absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Scorpioni. But at the same time, it's about, you know, like you also like kind of, you need to understand, it's not only about clarity on your life purpose. You know, it's all going to lead towards the one particular point in your heart. You will know exactly what do you need to do. You will know what do you need to do. So there are going to be few different stages that are actually going to be connected to that wonderful magical person who you are going to come across, where all this inspiration is, my Lord, going to actually start from. So it's all going to lead towards you knowing exactly, in your heart, what do you need to do next. And even more so, after that moment in time, couple of days later, another like ridiculously kind of powerful psychic message is going to come to you. But this psychic message is going to come to you at the time, couple of days later, you're going to feel like extremely kind of artistic. You're going to feel like extremely like full of energy. You're going to feel like there is this specific balance that it's going to be back, which is also going to reflect on you kind of wanting to do things in a spiritual way, in spiritual terms, like like I said this to you before, like smudging the home, maybe connect to the certain crystals, maybe go to hug the tree, maybe you are just gonna feel like you want to like kind of mingle, entangle within this wonderful world of spirituality. I'm not saying that you're not tangled with it already, because otherwise of course you wouldn't be here, but it's all about our understanding. There is so much more behind where we already are. There is so much more to see. There is so much more to try. There is so much more to discover, and it's all going to involve with you coming out of yourself in such a way where you are going to need to understand that on one hand you need to set the certain boundaries, but on another hand you need to break the certain boundaries. And this is the balance that it's actually going to provide you with these specific informations and point you at the same time towards the right directions in life, my gorgeous Scorpioni. And you see this, so within the next couple of days you are going to be facing, you are going to be going through this like really powerful artistic flow. And I say artistic because it's going to inspire you in so many different ways, but it's going to re-energize you. And when you are, and this can reflect in your life in so many different ways, whether you will want to do something in your home like a smudge home, or whether you will want to like kind of like really connect to the crystals, whether you will want to kind of do something like paint, maybe you're a painter, maybe you will suddenly want to kind of clean and tidy your home, but you will really enjoy this. Maybe you enjoy cleaning. Lots of people love cleaning their home. It's a really good energy that we created at the same time. There is so much more to it. But whichever artistic flow you feel, however you feel this flow, whatever this reflects on, maybe God knows what you're going to be doing, but you are going to feel very artistic, very energetic, and you're going to be like kind of like really busy with something. And this is the magical creative flow that I'm talking about. At that moment in time, you can expect some kind of like, oh my Lord, like really intuitive psychic message which is going to come to you. You're not going to be able to explain this, but the psychic message that it's actually going to come to you, it's on one hand, look at this. Where is it? Where are the cards? Where are the cards? Where are the cards? This psychic here, this psychic message that it's actually going to come to you, my gorgeous Scorpione. Look, an additional tarot message for this is, for this psychic message that it's actually going to come to you, Ooh la la, did you see this? Like, oh my God, where did you go? My gorgeous card. Oh my Lord, you see this? Oh my God, you're just gonna feel so strong already. You will want to declare something. And you will feel so strong. And this declaration, you're gonna feel such a strong declaration, because at that very moment in time, you're also going to become aware of such an important, mind-blowing conclusion to an ongoing problem that was driving you nuts, up the wall for a long time. So you will understand and realize some kind of simplicity around it. You thought like, this was something that was really kind of slowing you down, but at the same time it's to do with an ongoing problem. So when you have this artistic flow, on one hand you are going to feel like you want to kind of make and have such a strong declaration, and this is going to be such a highly powerful and spiritual moment that you're going to create. And this is only coming from the fact because you are going to know, you see this, it's about a conclusion. It's going to come to you. There is so much that is going to come to you, so much that didn't make sense so far. It's going to start making sense after this moment in time. It's inspiration, declaration, power. You're feeling very optimistic, you're feeling really energized, but also you're understanding that you have reached the full circle And now at this moment in time, it's all about you kind of realizing that it's about this kind of conclusion. This is going to make you feel so happy. It's going to inspire you even more to do what you want to do. But it's at the same time going to make you feel very, very kind of like, artistic as well, even more artistic, And this is always good because it's all going to be pointing towards the right direction. And even more so, it's going to lead towards a vision. So this is all going to lead towards a particular vision that you are going to have at the beginning of the week. And this vision that I'm talking about is going to also again confirm to you something. It's going to be kind of like really be exposed to you that was hidden before you have that vision. Before you have that vision at the beginning of the week, So when you come up with this conclusion after that moment in time, when you come up with this conclusion that I said with an ongoing problem, this is going to inspire you, and there is a lot that is going to start making sense. But after that moment in time, there is an information that you are going to have, news that you're going to have, and once you become aware of that news, something that was exposed, that was hidden from you, it's about to be exposed. You're going to become aware of something, like, or not aware of something, but fully aware of things that you weren't aware of before. And this is going to bring an element into your life that was actually missing, especially when you feel like a full-on, like a being completely ignited. And I'm talking about your passion. I'm talking about your spirit. I'm talking about you feeling yourself in the way you've never felt yourself before. And I'm talking about you sensing and knowing and being fully aware that the energy is changing around you. So this is all going to be like kind of winding you up like more and more and more in the best possible way, because it's all going to lead towards this Ace of Wands, your passion being ignited. You are at the same time, you need to understand, there is a lot going to be on your mind. Your mind is going to be very powerful in terms of manifestation. So you're already giving a birth to some kind of creation. You're already giving a birth to some kind of a dream here without even realizing. This is all about the beginning of creation, creativity, optimism, strength, and your power and balance at the same time, slowly but surely coming back into your life, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Indeed, okay? By the time you get to the mid part of this week, it's like, oh my God, you are really the reason, you are going to kind of become aware of some kind of like a dishonesty, and the people that are dishonest, people that are not being themselves, people that are like constantly acting, people that constantly don't make sense, people that are very, very unusual, and people that sometimes they don't feel like they belong to this world. Sometimes, like people like this make us think like, are the other like kind of creatures walking on the earth, because they just kind of don't have, it doesn't feel that they have like a human essence to them. I know this sounds really weird, but this is again nothing to do with your life in particular, nothing to do with the people that are in your life. This is to do basically with some kind of situation that you are going to be paying attention to on the outside, whether you're going to see this on TV or something, or whether you're going to be looking through your window, or whether you're going to be walking outside, but it is like you looking at the situation and becoming aware of, but it's a lot to do with like things that you're gonna hear, like above everything that I said of so far, this dishonesty and this like kind of creatures, are a lot to do with the things on the outside that you're actually going to hear, that you're actually going to pick up on, that you're actually going to become aware of, some kind of really like dodgy dealings. And this, first of all, it's going to like a little bit shock you, but then at the same time you are kind of going to know what to do after that moment in time, because that in itself, it's really kind of going to be a really like through that you're going to receive a really wise advice. Like you are going to kind of like really, you're going to realize this yourself. No one is going to tell you, oh, this is what it is, blah blah blah. No baby, no. But almost as if something is going to be confirmed to you through what you're going to become aware of on the outside, and then you're going to like give a really wise advice to yourself, and that wise advice is going to really consist of you needing to communicate really clearly, but at the same time you are gonna know that the time is coming very, very soon where you are gonna need to be brave, you are gonna need to be strong, because all these feelings, you know, are going to help you to kind of with a step that you are gonna understand that you are gonna need to make, which you are gonna find it really, really challenging in so many different ways. But this is something that it's going to help you so much to remove yourself from like such a huge amount of negative energy. You will know what to pay attention to after this moment in time, and also you will know that, you know, sometimes in this world we just need to kind of learn how to protect our energy and our vibration from the actual energy vampires. These energy vampires, they don't need to be in our lives like completely. Do you know what I mean? You can be hearing things in the background and here you go, they attach themselves. You can be reading about like certain beaches or something, you can be reading something about the houses, about the forest, blah blah blah, but then on the left you have this downer nastiness, on the right hand side you've got this downer nastiness around this article, for example. At the bottom of what you're reading there could be also like kind of so many things that are very down and negative, but you're not realizing that you're absorbing this through the power of your subconscious mind, which is affecting you in so many different ways. So you are going to become aware of even more, you know, how to protect your energy in a much more powerful way. There is something really powerful that you're going to learn here indeed, but even more so, you will know exactly that is kind of going to also inspire you, but it's just going to inspire you in a way where you will know that, you know, after that moment in time, you're going to need to make a really, really brave and powerful and really kind of like a significant move. As I said, you're going to find this really challenging, but you know what? This is going to be brilliant because it's going to end up to be really, really successful for you. Look at this. When you make this powerful move, you see, when you make this powerful move, you're gonna find this really, really challenging. And now when I'm shuffling these cards, when I'm focusing, when you make this powerful move, like for example, what exactly do you gonna need to do? How exactly this powerful move is actually going to happen? You see this? When you make this powerful move, it is also like kind of like almost as if 2 or 3 different people in your life that are so important to you are also like kind of gonna confirm something for you, confirm something to you. So through the actual people in your life, people who are very close to you, people who are really important to you, are also like kind of like going to be playing a really strong and important role when it comes to you considering them as well, but also considering what they said and how they responded and how they acted and how they reacted. So it's actually going to happen also with and through the people who are the most important to you in your life, because the people this time who are the most important to you in your life are going to be like pretty much so on your mind all this time. And it's again going to lead, you know, towards the actual celebration, incredible conclusion, but also it's going to start bringing healing vibration into your life. And at the same time, you need to understand that this is important because you are laying down the foundation for something really big here, something really powerful, especially when it comes to that first situation that I said to you at the beginning of the week. So now you're reaching the stage by the midweek when you're already laying a very, very powerful foundation for when it comes to your future. And this in itself, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's probably going to bring one of the biggest celebrations of your life. So you need to reflect on this, exactly what this is. You know, pay attention to what like kind of deception you are going to become aware of at around the midweek, because this is all where this is going to stem from. This is important because that deception is actually going to make you aware of so much more about yourself and about your intuition, because it's nothing that you're going to be completely surprised about, but at the same time this is going to be so beneficial indeed. But you will know that when it comes to like that challenging situation, you know, as I said, you're just going to need to kind of be as bold as you possibly can, but also you need to be honest with yourself. You know, you need to be honest with yourself because something came to an end. You need to establish exactly it around the midweek. What's struggling in your life? What's like making you feel really unhappy? What's making you feel really sad? What's making you feel really bored? Because something simply came to an end. But you have to be honest with yourself. You know, it's to do with a part of your life that you felt so passionate about. But then again, that passion faded away like a long time ago. So it's entirely up to you and down to you when you're going to be able, when you're going to be brave enough to face this situation, and even more, cut it out of your life. You know, it's to do with something that already it's been making you so unhappy and negative so much. So it's entirely down to you. You know, you need to cut this out. You need to discontinue this. But you will know this. You are going to do this because you will know by this point that something better is coming. Something better is coming. And even more so, you're going to be still thinking, oh, how I'm going to do that? How I'm going to stop that? How I'm going to discontinue that? Well, my darling, there you go. This is the idea. This is a very strong sign that you are going to have a clear idea how you actually discontinue that as well. But you will know, you don't have to worry about it whatsoever, because you will know that this came to an end, and you will know, you will feel like this vavavoomish feeling, you know, that something better is coming. And this is all what this life is all about, okay? Us going through this spiritual journey, understanding things, you know, and evolving and constantly growing indeed. So it doesn't mean that you're not going to be passionate about that part of your life anymore, but I'm just saying that something better is coming, and this is how it's meant to be indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you know, this is absolutely brilliant, because now it's all going to be about you kind of really thinking, you know, about the next steps, you know, which steps to actually take. You know, it's all about taking the next steps, but at the same time, you know, that you know, it's all about these powerful choices that you're going to become aware of, you know, and that in itself, it's like to do with quite a lot about how you want your life to be. It's getting very, very close to your dream, but at the same time, you know, it's about expansions of these plans and continuing to move forward. What you're going to need to accept here at the same time, you see, this is the acceptance. Also, you know, look at this. You see this acceptance. What you're going to need to accept here, my gorgeous Scorpione, what you need to understand here, you know, and this is at the time, especially when it comes to like you thinking about like taking the next steps, you know, you're going to think about a lot about taking the next steps. And at the same time, you know, while you're thinking about which next steps to take, you're going to really have to accept. What are you going to need to accept? Look at this, answers. You're going to need to, like, there are certain questions that you are going to have, my gorgeous Scorpione. So what you're going to need to accept is like, it's to do with like, there are certain questions that are going to be on your mind, and you are going to need to accept that there is some kind of very powerful and strong new beginning that is actually coming up with this. There is something else that you are going to need to accept, and this new beginning almost it is going to feel like, oh my God, this is a bit too adventurous for me, you know. But no, baby, no. It's all about you getting into your explorative mode, you know, and once you like kind of like come to terms with certain things in life, then you will know that this is going to be the natural next step. So it's about these plans, but then at the same time, you are gonna need to accept that there's a brand new beginning that it's also going to come with it. And I'm not saying that you didn't want a brand new beginning, but I'm only saying this purely because you see these questions, this is saying answers, but I feel very much so you are going to get the answers to the certain, you are going to get the answers to you know, to the certain questions by the end of the week that are still going to be a little bit confusing. So this is all going to be making sense. Again, look, new beginning. This is absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous Scorpione. You see this is the beginning of your transformation. This is the beginning of your own transformation, and this is why so much is going to be on your mind, and there are lots of little signs that you are going to have throughout this week, especially when it comes to the actual animals. One animal is going to surprise you at around the end of the week. One animal is really going to blow you away. Whatever this animal is going to be, something is going to be so unusual, so strange, and so bizarre about this animal's appearance. But most importantly, as soon as you come across this unusual animal, you need to remember that this is your spirit bringing you a message, and the message from the spirit is that the blessing is coming. The blessing is coming. on one hand, you need to be very, very kind of strong here, because at the time when you see this animal, you're going to be doubting yourself about a certain aspect of your life. You're going to think like, oh, it's not the right time. But just remember, the blessing is coming, and this is marking the beginning of a very, very special journey for you indeed. And also, at around the end of the week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, what else is actually going to happen here? I really like this, really unexpected achievement at the end of the week. And this is not going to be something like absolutely like huge, enormous, but this little unexpected achievement that you are going to have, it's going to seem something like really tiny, really little, but it's going to make you feel so good about yourself. It's going to make you feel so optimistic, but it's going to be something really tiny. And I don't want you to like kind of like be tricked into it, to think that you've got like a plenty of time to do something about it. Why am I saying do something about it? Because when you become aware of this like kind of surprising achievement, it's going to be something quite tiny, but at the same time it is going to almost immediately provide you with an opportunity, and that opportunity, there is something that is going to put you off that opportunity, and especially when it comes to the actual timing, and something is going to give you like a wrong feeling of like oh, you've got plenty of time to do this. No, baby, no. My advice is to kind of like really take this opportunity immediately. I'm telling you that this opportunity is going to be the beginning of something really special, especially when you kind of find out something really sacred about yourself, and in terms of your spiritual development and doing the right thing at the moment when the karma kind of brought you to this moment in time, you are gonna really do the right thing. So this is what you need to remember. So just take this opportunity that is going to come out of it almost immediately. It is very, very important. And I can see that maybe some people at around the end of the week also, maybe some people are not gonna kind of agree with you, and some people are gonna try to wind you up, but you just really have to stay true to yourself. You have to stay honest to yourself, because these people that you're going to come across at the end of the week are going to have a very strong energy, very strong vibration, but there is something awfully negative about them. I don't think they are able to kind of like these particular people, they are able to develop in a spiritual way like you are, so elevated, so high. So why would you listen to them? Why would you get wound up with them? Almost as if like it's going to be just like a little bit of like communication down in between you and some other person or group of people, but you're going to be talking about something that you're so far apart with these opinions. There is absolutely no point whatsoever. You are indeed going to be right, and they are indeed going to be wrong, and they're never going to be able to understand you. They are never going to be able to understand your point of view. They're never going to be able to understand where you're coming from. So why would you be wasting your energy on people like this? Like I said this before, why on people who absolutely don't mean anything to you? Just remember that this, through them you're going to realize how special you are, how powerful you are, but at the same time, you are going to learn something very special about yourself, especially when it comes to the power of the actual direct communication indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.